Well, this is not the best case scenario for a doctor's appointment. I have my 28-week checkup today. So I'm currently, what is that, like 7 months? And so I have my checkup today, and of course it's like raining, miserable out here. And there's never enough parking at this hospital. I managed to squeeze into one spot, but after circling the parking lot for a few minutes, so anyways, I almost felt like I had to throw down with this one person because they didn't see me around the corner, that I had my flasher to come over here. But anyways, I am here. I'm a little bit early. So I actually got some breakfast. I went to Chick-fil-A. I don't usually really ever go to Chick-fil-A, but the girls, obviously they're at home for the summer and they get really bored at these things. Like they are just like all over the place. So my husband offered, like, hey, I'll take them to work with me. You know, he owns his own mechanic shop, so there's a room where they have the TV and everything. So it's like, I'll just take the girls with me. But then, like, I don't know what happened. Like, he just went to work. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to take the girls with me. That's no big deal. They'll just be bored, whatever. But then I called him to tease it about it. We decided I would just drop them off on my way up here. And then of course, since I had like a different plan, I was like, well, I'll just head over to that side of town where the hospital is and like get them something to eat. But obviously they wouldn't have had anything to eat. So I stopped by Chick-fil-A, which again, I never go. Another thing, I have a confession. So if you've been following me for a while, I've been vegetarian since 2016. I don't eat meat. But since this pregnancy, I have incorporated chicken. So also for the added protein, like I do a lot of like meat alternatives that do have protein, and then obviously there's plant-based protein, but I don't know what it's been like. I just feel like, I'll admit, it's me just being a little bit lazy because like it's a little bit more difficult trying to find like different like delicious sources that it's not me like going to like a restaurant and getting like a Beyond Meat burger or anything like that. So also the Sam's Club that we go to, they stopped selling Beyond Meat. We would get the Beyond Meat burger patties and we would have burgers at home, and they were delicious, and they have like 20 something grams of protein, but they stopped selling them. And so now, yeah, we have to find a new place to go, you know, see where they have like the whole, it was like a big like 10 piece like Beyond Meat thing. So anyways, so yeah, I have started incorporating a chicken back into my diet. So I got myself a chicken biscuit. Obviously I was like running out the house to make sure I got my girls some breakfast before dropping them off at their dad's. So I didn't have anything to drink, and now I feel like my mouth is gonna be like really dry. But I'm really kind of upset. I tried to come a little bit early. I'm still about 30 minutes from my appointment time, but I was really upset because I'm at 28 weeks and like this is not my first rodeo. This is my third pregnancy, and I know that you usually to do your glucose test. And me almost reaching like 30 weeks, I would imagine I should have already done the glucose test. I can't remember when it was, even though I Googled it and it said it was between 24 to 28 weeks. So I was like, okay, I think I'm due for it. But my doctor didn't tell me at the last appointment, like, hey, we're going to do X, Y, and Z next appointment. So yesterday I messaged on the little app that they have, and I said, hey, when am I doing my glucose test? And the nurse messaged back. She says, oh, we can do it tomorrow. But like, she said it in a way that it was like, oh yeah, we can do it tomorrow. But like, no, I don't want to have to like schedule out my like procedures. Like I should have been told already, like, yes, you're gonna do this on your next appointment, you know, so that I can kind of prepare. But anyways, that was not the case. So I should have been here a little bit more early, because she did tell me like come a little bit early before your appointment. But I'm at the point where I'm just like, you know what, whatever. If I have to do it after this appointment, I just got honey on my pants. If I have to do it after this appointment, then that's just what we'll have to do. It's a great start to the day. I'm off to a great start here. Eating a biscuit without anything to drink or wash it down Not a good idea. But again, I was so hungry. And I don't know how long I'm going to be here, so I had to eat something. Okay, that was so good. Either that or I was just really, really hungry. So anyways, in an effort to kind of start to get my body back and lose like the excess, like that baby weight that had been held on since Ava, I decided I'm like gonna start incorporating chicken just for that added protein. I did start incorporating cottage cheese in the morning. It's not my favorite thing, but I've mixed it with like a fried egg and like avocado, and it tastes really good. And sometimes I put it on like an English muffin, and that's like delicious. So I am doing other alternatives that is not meat based. For the most part, like if I really want to up my like protein intake, I will resort to something with chicken. I bought like these at Costco. They had these chicken like meatballs, and so I've been making those just for added protein. And then of course I also rely a lot on my smoothies, do protein smoothie. So really that's the gist as to why I started incorporating chicken back into my diet. But yeah, anyways, it's almost time for my appointment, so let me head inside. Well, just finished my appointment. I've been here probably about 2 hours now because did end up taking my glucose test. So, the first one, well, I don't know if you know, but if you've ever done it before, you take your first one, which is an hour long. So they give you this like super like sugary drink. And then you have to wait an hour, and then they take your blood, and then they're gonna check it to see if you have like diabetes and stuff. So with Olivia, I did have gestational diabetes, and there is a history of diabetes with my dad. So there's that history, but I did have gestational diabetes with Olivia. I did not have it with Ava, so I'm really hoping that this go around, I don't have it. I've been trying to watch what I eat, but again, that kind of goes back to that diet that I was telling y'all about, like trying to incorporate a little bit more protein, not relying so much on the carbs and the starches, which is, not good for, glucose levels and, if you're prone to gestational diabetes. So trying to do good on that. I could do a little bit better on my exercising. I have not been able, not that I haven't been able to, it's just that I haven't had like the motivation to really go work out. I used to go work out early in the morning, like 5:30 in the morning, but I've just been like, I don't know, like after a full day with the girls, I just like want to have like the me time in the afternoon at night. So I watch my like trashy TV shows, and I don't go to sleep till like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then obviously it gets really hard to wake up early again. So I'm really hoping to like turn that around, and so that I can get a little bit more motivation to actually go work out. But anyways, let me get out of this parking spot because I can see all these cars are like circling like vultures for this spot. One thing I forgot to mention is I've been using this to do like my little vlogs in my car, and I had purchased something that you would put like right here, but there's not a lot of room. And so it was like not working out very well for me. So I purchased this one, and I love it, especially because you can take it on and off. Tightens it so that it's tighter, and then you can, this kind of like swiggles, so you can put it however, you kind of want. And then whenever you take it off, there it goes. You have to get that little flap out. But I really, really like this thing. I got it off Amazon, so I'll go ahead and link it down below for you. But this thing has been amazing, especially because my husband does not like anything like obstructing his view when he's driving my car. So this is easy to take on and off. And I like the Octobuddy on the back of my phone, but it would just pick up everything in my purse. It was getting kind of annoying, so I really like this one instead. Okay, I am back from my travels. I just got home. I had to do a couple errands. All of this was like while it's like raining outside, which is really nasty. And I don't know what happened. Like there used to be like pregnancy parking up front. That's all been done away with. So I went to Walmart. I don't know if Walmart had it, But I also had to go to Kroger and like my grocery store, and they used to have the maternity like couple spots open in the front, but not anymore. So yeah, and for some reason nobody works anymore. Everybody's like out in the middle of the day on a random Thursday. So, but anyways, made it home, grabbed some lunch here, grabbed myself a coffee since I didn't have coffee this morning. I've been allowing myself 1 cup of coffee a day. I just have to have my caffeine. Also, my hair is like, the curls are non-existent now because of this rain. But anyways, I had a plan. Well, my plan originally, before I knew it was going to be raining all day, was to actually go into an Old Navy to take a look at some new arrivals for summer. I have been going to Old Navy like on the weekends with the family, and I'm like really loving the stuff that they have there. So I wanted to do a little haul with Old Navy items. Again, I've expressed this to y'all, like it's really hard for me. Like I love sharing fashion with you all, but it's like really hard to like fit into the clothing. Like I don't really want to share just maternity stuff because I know a lot of you guys are not, that's not why you started following me for. So I want to share like, you know, women's fashion, but now it's getting really hard to kind of like fit into some stuff. But there are some things that I have fit into, especially at Old Navy. I just have been like sizing up to larges and they fit great. So there's like these 2 dresses that I absolutely love. These are super cute, like shorter dresses, and they're like a linen blend, so they're like perfect for summer. I got it in a black and I also have it in like a khaki, and I've just been alternating anytime, especially like when I need to kind of like dress up. So I wore one to, I think it was my mom's birthday dinner. We went to dinner. I wore one then. And I've just been alternating them. I wore it to Olivia's 5th grade graduation. I also wore it to Ava's piano recital. So these have come in handy. Not only do they fit great, but they look very like chic and elevated, but they were also at a really great price. And I keep checking back on the prices, and a lot of the times it's like 50% off. They're like 20 bucks for these dresses. So definitely don't sleep on these because these are amazing. Another thing I picked up at Old Navy were some linen pants. So this is another thing I've been looking for because sometimes like it's getting really hard for me to tan, like self-tan lately. So sometimes like I don't want to show my legs because they are like fluorescent, like I am so pale. So I got these linen pants so that way I'm still kind of like breezy, but you know, like my legs are covered. And so I just sized up to a large and they fit great, and like has a really nice elasticized waistband, and they're like more of a wider leg, which I really like. I just pair them with like some very minimal sandals. These sandals from Target that I've shared before. I'll link the video where I shared my latest Target haul where I talk about these sandals. But these sandals look really great, especially with like something that's a little bit more oversized and voluminous because they're just kind of understated. And then sometimes I'll just wear like a tank top underneath just because you already have the volume down at the bottom. So, and well, for me, it's the volume is all in my belly. So just something a little bit more fitted and streamlined up top looks really good. Another thing I wanted to share was this little set. It's not a set, you buy them separately, but they, you know, it's a set. And I actually purchased one set, a separate color. It was a green color for my daughter a couple weeks ago, and she loved it so much. She begged me to get her a second one, and they were actually like a really good deal this past weekend. I think they were like 40 or 50% off. So I actually jumped on it, and it's like this little sweatshirt. And yes, like my daughter's 11. She wears sweaters in the summer. I don't know if you were like that. I know my twin brother, he was like that when like we were her age. Like it would be the dead of summer and he was always in a sweater. Like, I don't know, a sweater and pants. But so I got this little sweatshirt for her, and it's so cute. And it has like this little embroidery here in the back. It says Summer Fridays Out of Office Social Club. It's super cute. And it also has like the little same logo here in the front. And then it comes with the little matching shorts. And I can't believe these are women's. So my child is no longer really shopping in the kids department. She's now in the women's department. Obviously this is a little bit more oversized for her, but I just got it in the extra small and it fits really nicely on her. So they have other colors and prints, and like the green one that she has, I did notice the green one does not have anything on the back. It does have something in the front, but the green is really pretty on her as well. I also did, I know I said I was not going to be shopping for maternity. But again, like I'm at the point where now some of the like non-maternity items are like really hard to fit into. So I actually grabbed this one online as well. So I saw this one and hopefully it fits. I got a size medium on this one because it is maternity. So I was assuming that there would be actual like space here in the belly area, but it's just kind of like a little, like, what material is this? Oh, it's 100% cotton. So that's great because cotton is a great like breathable fabric, especially for the summer. But yeah, it's just very simple. It's really pretty and it has like the stripes going down. It does have these little pockets here in the front and the buttons, and again, just has a little bit more room here in the belly. And I think this one was on sale. Again, I'm not trying to like spend too much on maternity, but I think I'm at the point where some stuff will just have to be maternity. I also just placed an order on Amazon for a couple of sets. One of them is maternity, and then I purchased some oversized shirts. So stay tuned for that. I will be sharing that in one of my next videos. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that follow button so that you don't miss that video. I hope you enjoyed this like little mini like ride along vlog. I really had every intention for it to be longer. Again, I thought I was gonna be going to Old Navy, so that was gonna bring you along and share all that stuff, but just everything just kind of like did not work out as planned. The weather was really nasty. So we'll have to take a rain check on that one. Hope y'all have a wonderful day and we'll chat soon. Bye.